Welcome to this week's edition of the Business Doctor Show. John Pyron, the Business Doctor, in the house after being gone. Let's see, I only missed one show last week because I was gone for 12 days, and the team ran the entire company while I was gone. The company's still here. It ran very, very well, and this was the second stress test of this year. And for those of you that have been following me for any length of time, one of the things that I specialize is in helping companies eliminate the frustrations of owning a business. And that's what I do under my own personal brand, John Pyron, the Business Doctor. And then as founder and CEO of Kingdom Impact Consulting Group, we focus on helping businesses and coaching and consulting businesses with an eco-based system of coaches, consultants, resources, health professionals. You name the service that you need as a business, we have it under our roof. Everybody has been vetted. Everybody has a faith-based foundation. It doesn't matter to us. If you have a faith-based foundation, we want to work with you. Okay? So if you are in any way, shape, or form thinking about, okay, I would like to join an organization or be part of an organization, you keep your own company. Okay, that's how the model. We want to shine the light on you and your business as to what you can bring to the market. So whether you're a bookkeeper, an accountant, these are all a category exclusive areas. Okay, like Rita. Okay, the funnel godmother. She is literally getting ready to take on the exclusive role of funnels, building agency, that sort of thing. Okay, Jean obviously is through being a co-founder of Operation Delegate, going to be taking on her and Shira. Okay, our partner. Shira is not on video, so you don't see her on YouTube. But Shira and Jean and myself are forming a company together, and we're going to do an organization where we're providing virtual assistant services all over the world. And so one of the things that I have really the Lord placed on my heart is there's a huge need for people in these countries to be paid what they should be paid, not paid at a poverty level, okay? And so we're building out a VA company that supports kingdom principles, but also pays people a middle class or higher wage and give them opportunity to earn more. And so that's where our heart is. That's what we're going to do. We're going to change the world in that area and provide good quality VA services. Jean's been with me for over 2 years, okay? And Shira's been with me for going on 90 days. And so, we're excited. Rita's just joined our team. We've got lots of other people I'd love to introduce you to, but let's talk about today is the first call of the month. We just finished up July, and now we've got 7 months under our belt, and we're going into a new month, and this is a clean slate. And so going forward, you can fully expect the first meeting of the month, the first call of the month, the first broadcast of the month to be all about clean slate. And so where this came from is I did an interview with a guy named Ben Gay III back in June of 2014. So, the Closers series is what he's famous for, but what he was very famous for on that call is he was Napoleon Hill's best friend. And it was an honor and a privilege to be able to have him on my live show, to be able to broadcast it live to the entire small business administration nationwide, and to literally interview somebody who literally, had audience with the guy that wrote one of the greatest mindset books ever written, Think and Grow Rich. And so if you're a CEO, if you're a who's who, if you have succeeded in any way, shape, or form, you probably have ran across that book. And so one of the things that we were talking about on that live call is I said, hey, if, so you were personal friends with Napoleon Hill? Yeah. Oh man, yeah, we were good friends, and he worked for me for a couple of years, and I worked for him, and we did a bunch of stuff, and it's almost like sitting down with the most famous person you could think of, and you get your one moment in time to ask them a question. And I'm sitting there going, okay, what am I going to ask this dude? It's like, you know what? I know what I'm going to ask. Hey man, what was missing in the book? Okay, come on, man, give me the inside scoop, baby. Come on, man, give me what was missing in the book, man. I mean, this dude wrote one of the most famous mindset books on the planet. Lots and lots of mindset books have been driven from Napoleon Hill's work. And he said, you know what, John? The best thing I got from Napoleon was the ability to give myself a clean slate. And I said, okay, well, I mean, I've read a lot of self-help books and positive rah-rah seminars, and I worked with a lot of coaches. Give me something real. Like what, what is it? And so Shira, welcome to the club. Okay, so Shira, change it from executive assistant, because you're on this call. Change it to operation delegate, just like Gene has, because both Gene and Shira are going to be my new business partners, co-founders of Operation Delegate. It's going to be a freaking awesome. Okay, so anyways, so he said, hey, yeah, it's every single day that you wake up is a clean slate. I mean, you can't go back and change what happened yesterday. Jesus himself said it this way. How many of you, this is in Matthew chapter 6, around verse 33. Okay? How many of you, by worrying, can add a single moment to your life? The answer is none. Okay? So why are you worried about yesterday? Why are you worried about the future? Okay? I'm here to pay the price for your past. I'm here to pay the price for your present and future. So that way you no longer have to walk around guilty or in shame or any of that stuff. And that's why in Romans 8:1 it says, now there's no condemnation for those who are found in Christ Jesus. Okay? And so going in it with that truth and that perspective, Jesus said, don't worry about tomorrow. Today has enough trouble of its own. And so when I think about what we're going to talk about today, clean slate, I'm going, okay, this really lines up with the mission that we have right now and what we're going after. And one of the things I can share with you today is the clean slate is probably one of the most easiest things to implement, the most powerful thing to implement, and the most life-changing thing to implement. And you can do it any day of the week and any time of the year. And I said, okay, give me some actual how-to, dude. Okay? Talk to me, Ben. Give me some how-to. He says, okay, well, my first goal that I wanted to hit, John, is I wanted to make $1 million a year. Okay? I wanted to make $1 million in personal income. And so what I ended up doing is, through his mentoring, is I took $1 million. I decided ahead of time, okay, how many hours am I going to work this year? Okay? How many hours am I going to work for the next 12 months? And then I divided it by how many days I was going to work. And I took $1 million, I divided it by the number of days I was going to work, and I came up with a daily number. And every single morning I woke up, I sat down with a blank sheet of paper, okay? And all I did is I whipped out my pen, okay? And at the top of the page, I wrote the date. So as of the recording here, today is August 5th, 2026, okay? He says you start with a blank sheet of paper. Write the date down, okay? Number two, because I know how much money I'm going to make, that I need to make today, right? Because I decided already I want to make $1 million over the next 12 months, okay? So I took $1 million, divided it by that number of days, and I came up with a daily number, okay? So let's just make this math simple. Let's just say I wanted to earn 120. I'm going to keep the math very simple. 120,000. Where's my counting? $120,000. Let's just say here. Let me do some math here. Got to get the handy dandy calculator. 2,080 hours. Okay, divided by 40. Okay, equals 2,080 hours divided by 40 hours a week. That's 52 weeks, obviously, 52 weeks in a year. Okay, divide that by 5. So 2.4. So we're talking 120,000 a year. Okay, let's just say it's 120,000 a year divided by 52 weeks. That's $2,307 divided by 5. So let's just say I'm gonna do a 6-day a week, because that's a biblical work week, 6 days a week, and you rest on the 7th. So $384 a day. Okay. So let's just round it up, and let's just say $385 a day. Okay. So if I want to earn $120,000 over the next 12 months, and I'm going to work 6 days a week, 52 weeks, okay? Now, this is just simple math. It means I'm going to write down on my clean slate piece here $385, okay? So I have to earn $385 today, not tomorrow, today. And next question, John, here's what you need to do. I'm like, tell me, talk to me, give it to me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Come on, man, because you mentored under Yoda, okay? I'm Luke Skywalker. I want to know, okay? For those of you who get the Star Wars analogy, you understand what I'm talking about. He goes, ask yourself. You don't need to call somebody. You don't need to do whatever. Ask yourself, what can I do today to earn $385? Not tomorrow, not next week. I'm not going to focus on what I got to earn in a week or a month or a year. I'm not going to focus on the 120. I'm not going to focus on the weekly goal. I'm going to focus on I got to earn $385 today. Okay? So our brains are wired to answer any question that we ask it. So let me just go through this. Okay, what can I do to earn $385 today? Well, I know that I charge $1,500 for a single strategy session, and I sell about 3 of those or 4 of those a week. Okay, so I already know that. Okay, so I can do that. But I got to earn $385 today. Okay, so what can I do? Well, let me see. I'm going to look at my pipeline. Okay, I'm going to go, okay, what active proposals are out there right now? So I'm going to write the word proposals. What active proposals are out there right now that I already have quoted, that are not closed, that I can go and collect money on? And I'm going to make a list. Well, let's see, off the top of my head, Sherry. Let's see, who else? Give me somebody, Gene. Give me somebody, Shira. Who else do I need to follow up on? Who has committed to a strategy session that has not paid?
Chris.
Who was that guy last week? Who?
Chris.
Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, Sherry, who else? Give me one more.
Oh, I forgot the name of the other person. I think it's Sherry, Chris Murphy, and I forgot the other.
I think it's
I know a guy
Vincent.
named Jacob. I'm just going to do Jacob because he's in there too. Okay, so I already know out of these 3 people, Sherry, Chris, Jacob, okay? One of them's got my money, okay? But I ain't going to leave it up to them. What else can I do? Let's see, what else can I do? I can call my friend Rita Thomas, who's here. I can call Choya, who's here, okay? I can call Jane Knight, who is here, okay? I can call Larry, who is here. Those are all people that can refer me to someone. Okay, called POI. Okay, I can call. Let's see, who else could I call? I can call. You know what I can call, Gene? You know what I can do, Shira? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go into my database, and I want every single person I've done a strategy session for over the last 12 months. Okay, and I want you to put that into an Excel spreadsheet. And because they did a strategy session with me, they already paid me for a strategy session. Now what needs to happen is I need to follow up and go, hey, man, did you implement the strategy? You didn't? How would you like me to help you? Okay. Remember Brady Knight, Gene? Okay. So Brady Knight, that's what happened. I did a strategy session with him back in December. Okay. I rocked it, gave him a full-blown business strategy. He tried to implement it for 4 months on his own. And he finally said, you know, and through this strategy right here, Gene, remember this? Right? Gene goes, you know what? I'm going to go back. And she sent an email going, hey, John wanted me to check in with you. Okay. John wanted me to follow up with you and just, he wants to catch up for 10 to 15 minutes to see, you know, how you're doing on the strategy he gave you. He's like, man, that sounds good. We did a meeting, called him up. So I'm going to write down Brady because I haven't talked to him in a while. Okay. Called him back. He says, man, you know what? I just need to hire you, dude. I just need to hire you. I didn't have to do jack with him. He said, I'm done. I'm done trying to do it on my own. I'm going to hire you. You need to hold me accountable to this point because I'm not doing it on my own. You know? And so we worked together for I think, 4 or 5 months and just blew up. You know, he's still Mark's client today. Okay. All right. So now I've got, okay. Oh, you know what? I always like three top items. My friend Dan Sullivan over there at Strategic Coach says, pick 3 things that you got to do today. Okay. So number 3, what else could I do? I can reach out and do a power-based call. Okay. And go back into the YouTube system or channel or whatever, you can figure out what that is. So now I've got $385. I've got 1, 2, 3 proposals I need to follow up on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 POI and power-based calls, and I got my own personal power-based. And now, you know what? I don't need to worry about what I'm going to do today, man. I'm going to go to my calendar. I'm going to go, listen, I got to carve out, let's see, the proposals will take me about, let's see, 10, 20, probably, if I get into conversations, about 30 minutes there. Rita, Choya, Jane, Larry, that'll take about 10 minutes each. That's 40 minutes there. Brady will take another 10. That's 50 plus, let's see, 50, 1 hour and 20 minutes, and then power base another, so 2 hours. I need to block out 2 hours of time in my calendar today. So sometime between now and midnight, okay? Because today's not over until after 11:59 p.m. tonight. You mean, John, you would call them that late at night? Dude, I'd call people on the West Coast all day long and twice on Sunday if I had to hit my goal today. Let that sink in for you here in a minute. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes to hit your goal. It doesn't mean you want to do it. It doesn't mean you feel like it. What it means is I have a goal of $385 to hit today, and I've got to do whatever it takes. And guess what? If I get this knocked out in 10 minutes, I'm done. If it takes me till 11:59 tonight, I'm going to work my tail off until I get it done. Okay? The point is, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it done. WIT. If I'm not willing to do whatever it takes, here's some news for you. Shut your business down, sell it, close it down, go to work for somebody so they can tell your butt what to do. Now, I know that's harsh, but I'm saying it out of love. Because if success were easy, everybody would be successful. And I ain't talking just money. Okay? If it was easy, you know, if all marriages were easy, then all marriages would be successful. We wouldn't have any divorce rate. So because it takes work and it takes doing the stuff you don't want to do, okay, and you end up compromising along the way, they fail. Okay? The reason you're overweight, or maybe you're not at the health that you want to be, is because it requires you to adjust your diet and go to a gym. Okay, I know because I'm 40 pounds overweight. I choose not to go to the gym. I choose not to modify my thing. The one thing that all of us have in common is 60 minutes and an hour. Doesn't matter what your background is. Every single person ever listening to this recording between now and eternity has 60 minutes and an hour. Doesn't matter where you're from, what your demographic is, what your past is, what you've been through. I've been through all kinds of stuff. Okay? Privately, I'll tell you all kinds of stuff that'll just make you cry. You know, oh my God, you survived that? Yeah. I have every excuse on the planet not to be successful. But I had to face myself and do the stuff I don't want to do. Okay? And that's what you got to do. So this is a simple strategy. You can take, let's just say it's not money. Let's just say you want to lose weight. Like I'm 40 pounds overweight. I just hired a trainer. So I can put down here a pound. I can put down here, 8 ounces, a half a pound. I want to lose a half a pound today. Well, I can drink more water. I can eat vegetables. I can skip a meal. I can fast. There's all kinds of things I can do to lose a half a pound a day. Okay? If I want to, take my relationship one level deeper today, I can carve out an hour to spend with my wife. I can carve out an hour to do whatever it is I want to give myself a clean slate for is the point. Okay? And we're going into August. We have 7 months of this year under our belt. And a lot of you are on track with your goals. High five. Give yourself a high five. Congratulations. Some of you haven't even focused on it. And there ain't no value in beating yourself up. Okay? Because here's the other part of this. Okay? When I go through it, okay, all of a sudden it's going to be like, all right, check, left message, check, left message, bam, I close it. Okay? So what did I do here? Check, made the phone call. Left message, made another phone call. Left a message. Boom, talked to Troy, closed the deal. I'm done. I'm not calling the rest of these people. Now, if I really wanted to go for it, I'll call the rest of them. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to write my number. Okay, let's just say I sell a strategy session. Okay, $1,500. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Okay, high five. Woohoo! Okay, so guess what? Tomorrow, what is August 6th, 2026. Guess what my number is tomorrow? Well, John, I mean, you did 1,500. Your goal is only 385. That means you're over. No. Tomorrow, guess what my new number is? Here's what my new number is based off of the result I had today. You want to know what my new number is? Watch this. $385. Okay, that's my number. Now, if I would have came in at 0 yesterday, guess what my number is today? $385. I'm not going to add or subtract. I'm going to rewire my brain and focus my brain on the target that I want to hit. And I promise you this, because I know, because I've seen it over and over and over and over and over again, 100% of the time it works. Okay, you will pass your goal. First person I gave this to, first client, after getting it from Ben Gates III, and I did a YouTube video. Go in the YouTube channel, look up Clean Slate. You're going to hear the story. My client Stephanie Scheller calls me up. Okay, February. Okay, she's going to be shy. She's like, man, I'm not going to hit the goal again. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, dude, I've been trying to hit this $10,000 a month goal forever. Okay, and it's just not working, man. I come in at 9,650, 9,750, and I already did the numbers. It's not going to work again this month. I'm so freaking frustrated. And I said, are you done? Are you done whining? Are you done complaining? Okay. Now, I wasn't that harsh with her, but that's the bottom line. I just said, let's do a clean slate, Steph. What's that? I told her. Okay. I think her number was $500, $550 in a day that she had to hit. Okay. No, it was Go back and watch the video. It's in the video. It's like $300 and something, okay? $350, I think. And I says, every single day for the rest of this month, okay, you're going to text me what your number was at 6 p.m. your time, okay? You're going to text me what your number was. Can you do that? Yeah, great. Okay. First day. Dude, I closed $750. I'm like, woohoo! Next day, man, I only closed $50. Okay, next day, you know, she closes $1,500. Literally within 7 business days, she passed the number. Okay, she's like, my God, it worked! Oh my God, I'm so happy! Blah 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 blah. I'm like, awesome. Keep going. You got 9 days left. What? I already hit the goal. I don't care. You know? You committed to the end of the month, Steph. You know? And the rest is history. Go watch the video. She came in at $14,835. $14,800. So $4,835 passed the goal. And proved to herself it was a mental thing. Okay? So the first place you got to check when you're doing a clean slate, you got to get your mindset right. Okay? At the end of every month, you can't go back and rest on what you did in July. You can't go back and rest on what you did the last 7 months. You can't go back and rest on what you did the last 3 years. This is the epiphany I had when I was on vacation, stress testing the business completely in the Caribbean, you know, in the sand and all that stuff, and having a good time while Shira and Gene and all the other people back here running the company. It dawned on me, it's like, listen, this is the 4th company I have personally built to a point of running without me. And I've coached thousands of people, thousands of business owners now, okay, on how to do the same thing. And you know what? The last 3 companies I did this with, when I arrived, all 3 companies I arrived where I could disappear for a month. Didn't matter. I made more money, you know? But what happened was I got lazy and I didn't have a new goal. And as a result, if you're not growing, you're going to go backwards. And sure enough, it happened to me. You know, I got lazy, I got fat, I got happy. I was playing golf 3-4 times a week, hanging out in the cigar shop, not doing a bunch of stuff. And I had lost my vision. I lost my mojo, my juice as to what was driving me. This right here solves that problem. Okay? So if you need a boost of energy, if you're frustrated where you are, the how-to is not the place to focus. It's the mindset. It's the why-to. Okay? And so draw a line. Sit out. The other thing you need to do is, okay, what do I want? Okay? Well, let's see here. Debt. Okay. I want, currently right now, I want 100 apartment units, earning 12%. I want to donate 40% of all the Kingdom Impact Consulting Group's revenues to good faith-based causes. Okay, and those 3 goals, I just asked myself, what do I want? Those are the first 3 things that came to mind. 2 of them, I'm like fired up. I'd plow through a wall to hit them. Okay, I'm fired up about them. Okay, the reason I have to do that is so hitting this little $385 goal now has purpose and meaning. Okay, this is going to plow me to be, if I haven't hit this by 8 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be like, hey, honey, love to hang out. I got to get on the phone, man. California is 5 p.m. right now. Okay, who's got my money, man? Okay, if you're not hitting your numbers, guess who you need to talk to first? Go in the bathroom, look yourself in the mirror, and talk to yourself first. Because you're the reason you're not hitting your number. Now, that's going to make some of you very upset, and I'm glad. Because that's the tough love I needed from Dave Vanny. That's the tough love I needed from Eric Laughlin. That's the tough love I needed from Mike Sastry. I needed them to tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. And too many wimpy coaches that don't have the guts to tell their clients, and they don't care enough about their clients to tell them the truth, and that is success is not an easy road. Nowhere in the entire Bible, from cover to cover, does it talk about taking it easy. Okay? It talks about, James, when you face trials of many kinds, get excited, because it's through the perseverance of those trials that you're going to grow and become better. It doesn't say, hey, if you face trials of any kind, man, just freak out, shut down, don't do anything, cry, bottle up in the corner, it'll pass. No, it doesn't say that. We are better as human beings. Okay? Every single one of you, okay, that are on this live call and listening to this recording can do better than you did yesterday. Okay? Every single one of us have more potential in us to do better today than we did yesterday. And tomorrow it's going to get better. And tomorrow it's going to get better. And the next day it's going to get better. But if you sit back and rest on your laurels, I promise you this, you will meet the devil. Okay? An empty calendar is a for sure guarantee. That's what happened to King David. Okay? What was the scripture say? It's like, during the times when kings went out to battle, King David decided to hang out, sit on a couch, eat bonbons, and watch Netflix. Okay? Got bored, went out on the balcony, wandering around. Man, what's going on here? The weather's nice. My boys are out fighting the war. Whoa! Look at that woman right there. Bathsheba, man, bring her up here. That's how he got in trouble. Because he lost track of his vision and his mission and what he was supposed to be doing. Okay? And I'm sick and tired of I'm not sick and tired of it, just I have empathy and sympathy for a business owner who's super frustrated, who doesn't know what to do next. Well, swallow your pride, swallow your ego, and ask someone. Show up here. Ask the question. Raise your hand. Jean's monitoring the chat window. She's going to interrupt me when you put your questions in there. Okay? So, enough of my rant. Let me bring on our one of our top sponsors of the show, my new good buddy, okay, Mr. Choya Harden, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible Towns is in the house. What's
Awesome.
going on, dude?
Hey, you know what? Just rocking and rolling. Just got a commitment to sign up another sponsor tomorrow, and just rocking and rolling. Just did a first month performance review with one of our new incredible visibility clients, and they're already showing up in the AI summaries and everything. So just moving the dial, man. Living the dream. So.
It's awesome, dude. Tell us about, so there's a networking event coming up in Johnson City, right?
Mm-hmm.
September 11th.
Yeah, Friday,
Right.
September 11th. It's incredible business speed I know Rita has definitely been. Jane, have you been to one of our speed networkings? You're muted.
Yes, I have. Two of them.
Awesome. We like repeat offenders. So great
Yeah.
event. Rita has actually been to, I think, all but one of our speed networking events in the entire country
Yeah,
that we've
that's
been.
right. I'm the
Uh,
ultimate repeat offender, and
you
I hope
are.
I can continue that.
I think we're gonna have to make you the mascot.
Ah, well, I have the crown for it.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you are the all-time champion. So, the fairy weight champion of the world. So, um, no, it's a really exciting event. We do four of these a year. We have an amazing motivational speaker that's going to be speaking at the event. He's to the left of me on the screen here, John. So we appreciate him, and we're going to have.
You're bragging about. Yes, I'm going to be there. I'm going to speak. It's going to be great.
Yes, I am bragging about you. So, but no, it's gonna be really exciting. We feed you, not we don't just feed your body, but we feed your soul, your mind, your opportunities. We're gonna feed your business with so much opportunity. If you've never been to one of these, definitely come to one. For anybody that's watching this video, if it's before September 11th, 2026, and you're anywhere within a couple hour drive, Johnson City, Tennessee, you need to be at Incredible Business Speed Networking. It absolutely be worth your time. And there's only one reason not to be there. If you can cold call 100 businesses in half a day, successfully get through every gatekeeper, meet every single decision maker, have a conversation with them face to face, get their contact info. If you can do all that 100 times in a day, don't bother coming to speed networking, but call me. I want to hire you. So if you're that good.
Absolutely. That's the thing I like about the event. This will be my third one, and I spoke at the last two. But what impressed me about what you do here and the way you run it is it's
It's a draconian
the way
force
the
march.
the way the seating is, right? Is you literally get through almost everybody in one day, and it's amazing how you sharpen your commercial. The registration list is provided to everybody. Everybody knows ahead of time they're going to get everybody's contact info. It is such an amazing event. Where else? It's like you said. Where else are you going to guarantee sit down with 50 to 100 actual decision makers in a face to face?
We've been sharpening. Yeah, John, we've been sharpening the algorithm. I've been working with the guy that created it for us because anybody that's been to previous speed networking events over a year ago, we were using a commercially available program called Mixer Seater. And at last year's Tri-Cities event, I had a gentleman come up to me and say, I can do it better for you. And I was like, well, do it and I'll use it. I said, you do it right, I'll be your first customer. Well, he did. And we were able to deploy it and had a better result. Now, it's physically impossible to get it perfect, but we're getting a lot better. Rita, did you feel a difference in the last one you were at from previous ones?
Yeah, 100% better. I was a table leader, and I am certain in my memory, and I watched that day specifically, I did not have a repeat person at any round at my table. And that shows that people were following the script. Of course, they were following the plan, but that the plan was practically flawless.
And we're tweaking it some more. So, Rita, I definitely want to get your feedback at this next event and let me know how it feels because we're continuing to try and make it better and better and better. So, the goal is to get everyone to meet everybody and not have too many duplicates. So we'll see how it goes. But no, it's a great event simply because everyone there is totally focused on meeting each other. They're receptive. They're going to remember you because you were at speed networking. You were at a bonding experience with them. So when you follow up with them, there's no stranger danger. They already know you. You're a person they've met. You've looked each other in the eye and talked. You've experienced something together. So there's that bond is already created. So very powerful event. I was talking to some people today at a networking event. One of them was like, "Yeah, I actually started my business 2 weeks before speed networking a couple of years ago and got my first 3 clients from it." It's like, wow, awesome. And he's been back ever since.
It's a good solid event. And the thing is leads me into part of your clean slate strategy going into August. Okay, highly recommend you implement a referral system. Okay, a good rock solid referral system in your business, or not referral system, a follow up system. Okay, because even though the event is great, if you don't follow up, okay, all it's going to be is another networking event. Okay?
That is true. The secret is in the follow-up.
You're going to get everybody's contact information, their names, their phone numbers, their email addresses. You will have seen them face to face. And the key is follow up. We are still following up on the IBM Speed Networking event in February, and we're still following up on the IBM Speed Networking in June. And we will continue to follow up for the next year and a half on both of those events. And then we'll still follow up probably 5 years from now because the follow-up is where the money is, okay? People don't understand it takes 5 to 12 follow-ups in the world of sales to close a deal. And most people, all your competitors are only going to follow up 2 to 3 times and they're done. And that's your competitive edge. 5 to 7 times minimum. Sometimes I've had to follow up with people sometimes 45 times, and then all of a sudden it pops. Okay. And so I could go deal after deal after deal after deal I've closed over the last 30-something years. And some of the best deals have come with the most aggressive follow-up strategy. I mean, it took me 18 months, okay, to close Sutter Health Citrix deal, okay, but that turned out to be almost $1 million deal. But it took forever, okay? I didn't wait on them, okay? And it's the same thing here. Follow up, follow up, follow up until they buy or die, meaning they tell you, hey, take me off your list. You know, it's like we did this. I'll share this, man, because this guy, this is awesome, man. So I was on a cruise, right? And so I was on this cruise, and I happened to get Wi-Fi. Okay? Or actually, I think it was on Grand Turk, right? And I happened to get cell coverage, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to pay this, and so I hop on, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna check my email, right? Because curiosity always wins. I open up my email, and there's this email, and this guy goes, F you, don't ever call me again. I'm sick and tired of your people calling me and following up. You suck. I'm going to go and I'm going to create all kinds of phantom email accounts and give you 1-star reviews, and I am sick and tired of this. And I was sitting there going, oh my God, this guy has no idea what kind of gift he's giving me right now. I'm going to let that pause and sink in for a minute, because a lot of you on this live call and a lot of people listening to this recording would freak the heck out if they got an email like that. They'd be like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. I'm like, dude, let's go, man. I didn't say anything to the guy, but I'm like, please create some fake accounts and give me some 1-star reviews. I need some haters, baby. Come on, give it to me. Let's go, okay? I said, I'll get more attention with the haters than I will anything else. And oh, by the way, Sparky, okay, that event where I got your information, when you opted in and paid the ticket, okay, you gave authorization for me to contact your butt, okay? So no, I'm not soliciting you, okay, outside of the Canned Spam Act, okay? But man, I won't ever contact you again. I'm going to delete you from the database right now, my brother, okay? But please, now I didn't tell him that because he would, but hey, if you want to go give me some negative publicity, knock yourself out, dude. I will get more traction from the 1-star review than the hundreds of 5-star reviews we have, okay? So if you're not getting some haters, you're not doing enough work, okay? I pray for them every day. Like, give me some haters, okay? I need more of them. I'm going to get more attention and more traction with them, okay? And we're ready, because we know we over-deliver. Here's the deal. You should not be afraid of haters if you're over-delivering on what you're promising. And let that sink in for a minute. Because some of you, I know because I've been there and done it personally, listening to this recording, you're selling some snake oil, okay? And you're not delivering what you have promised to deliver. And you don't have to worry about haters if you're over-delivering. You pray for haters, because then you get to go on and tell the real story. Okay, and if you doubt me on this, go to my YouTube channel or go to my website and look up, go to johnpyron.com, go down to my reviews, scroll all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see a 1-star review, okay, from a guy out in Texas, okay? I did a strategy session with the guy, I get to tell the story again now, so it's even better, okay? Paid me for 3 months. We coached him. The whole team came in. We went through his entire business. He didn't show up. He showed up only, I think, 30% of the time. And then at the end, I'm like, dude, he's like, I'm not getting the result. I'm like, you got to show up, dude. Like, you got to show up and participate. I'm just coaching you and consulting you through the plan. This plan is up to you to implement. And if you're not going to show up, you're not going to do the work, I'm not going to be responsible for your lack of success. So here's what I'm going to do. I over-delivered. I'm going to give you another month at no charge, but you got to show up. Okay? So it went another month. He only showed up once. I went another 2 weeks. He showed up one more time. So out of an additional 6 weeks at no charge, this dude only showed up twice. And then he got so upset he went and gave me a 1-star review. I'm like, I'm like, are you sure you want to leave that up there? I'm about to tell the story, Mom, brother. He's like, no, man. I'm like, good. I told the entire story up there. I got more traction from that 1-star review than anything else. Why? Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, we do what we say we're going to do. That's one of our core values as a company. Okay? And so don't be afraid of haters. You're going to get them. You cannot be elected president of the United States unless you get 51% of this population to hate your guts. Okay? And so don't be afraid of it. Over-deliver. Go in. Press into the market. Be proud of what you're doing. You should, like, it should be like, man, you're delivering water to a starving person. You believe in your product or service that much. And if you don't, book a strategy session with me and I'll help you get unstuck there. Okay? But give yourself a clean slate, man. Forget the past. You can't change it. Forgive yourself. Draw a line. Decide from this moment forward, between now and December 31st of this year, this is how much revenue I want to generate. This is how many days I'm going to work between now and the end of the year. This is how much money I need to make every one of those days that I'm going to work between now and the end of the year. Clean slate it starting today. Like right after you get off this call, there's still, 9 minus 3, it's going to be 3 o'clock, so that's 6 hours. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. Okay, anyways. You got the rest of the day. Give yourself a clean slate today. Do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Do it for the rest of the year. You will shock yourself at how much revenue you'll create. You'll shock yourself about the goals that you're going to hit. Doesn't matter what kind of talent you have. I mean, Jesus told the parable, the dude had 1 talent, the dude had 2, the dude had 5. Okay? The dude had 5, doubled it to 10. The dude had 2, doubled it to 4. The dude that had 1 said, man, I don't know, man. That's a lot of work, dude. Okay? I'm going to bury it. He's like, man, you wicked, lazy servant. You could have at least put it in the bank. Take it away from that dude and give it to the dude with 10. Kick that guy out of here. Okay? So if you're trying to protect your little bubble, okay, and you're not growing and expanding and pressing into who you are, what you do currently have that you think you possess, you're going to lose it. Okay? You can't stay stuck. You're either going to go forward or you're going to go backwards. And that's why I love getting businesses. When they come to me, they're about anywhere from between 500,000 and 1.5 million because they're going to stay there forever. And what happens is they'll get to 3 million, but that's it. They're not going to get to 3 million without hiring a team of people, without hiring a manager, without hiring a CFO. They're not going to get beyond that. And they're too scared to let go. And so what happens is they stay there for about, I think the average is 4 years. Okay? And then they get the lift, and then right around the 3rd to 4th year, the personal income starts declining because it costs more to do business. The market conditions change, people's wages change, their profitability actually stalls, and they actually make less money because they're not growing. And that you can challenge me all you want. You can do all kinds of AI research, and you're going to find out what I just told you is the truth. You're either going to grow or you're going to suffer the consequences of staying stagnant. And the clean slate strategy is designed for you, okay? For you to get unstuck. Okay? You don't compare yourself to nobody. You want to compare yourself to somebody? Go look in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the eyes. That's the person you compare yourself to. There's nobody else like you. Okay? The only person you got to compete against is who you were yesterday. There's a tremendous amount of joy and happiness when you focus on what can I do to get one like inch, 1 little centimeter, 1 little microcentimeter better today than I was yesterday. Because the compound effect of that is incredible. You take a 1 single penny, 1 single little penny, and you double it every day for 30 days, and that's $5.4 million. Okay? These are principles, man. The clean slate is a principle. It will work. It worked hundreds of years ago. It worked when 2014 when I learned it from Ben Gay III. It still works today. It'll work 100 years from now, and it will work for you. Okay, I'm fired up for you. I cannot wait for you to show up to the first Tuesday call in September and tell us what happened. You know, I can't wait, man. It's like you got about 21 business days between now and then. Okay? And I want to challenge you, just like I did Stephanie Scheller, whatever your number is that you have been doing, add 25% to it, divide it by the 21 days. 21 days from now, that's how much money you got to make every day, and go after it like your life depended on it. You're going to break through so much stuff you've been trying to break through for years. And you get to show up here, and I'm going to bring you on this live call, and you're going to tell us about your success. Okay? Because I'm fired up for you. And if we can help you out, get a hold of Gene, get a hold of Shira, go to johnpyron.com, book a 10 to 15-minute call. If you book a strategy session with me, Choya's coming to the party, Rita's coming to the party. We're going to do it as a group. If you book a strategy session with Rita, myself, Choya are going to show up. We're going to come to the group as a party. If you book a strategy session with Choya, I'm coming to the party. Rita can come if she wants, and we're going to come together. You're going to get the price. You're going to get 2 for the price of 1 or 3 for the price of 1 or whatever. We're going to flood you with value, okay? And make sure that we're going to take away all excuses that you have, and we're going to set you up for success, and you will succeed, because Choya has this thing called incredible visibility right now, which is taken off like a wildfire, okay? Because he can, because anybody's going to do 75 chapters in 6 different states, you know, with an average attendance of 20 people per session without him ever having to be there, kind of knows what they're doing, you know? And so book it, okay? Stop making excuses, okay? This is your time to win. You have my permission to give yourself a clean slate right now. Forgive yourself. Does not matter what has happened up to this point. What matters is what you're going to do going forward. Okay? I'd love. I'm glad we decided, Gene and Shira, to reinstitute the Clean Slate Club. And so the announcement, and Choya, I got 98% approval, by the way. Okay? So it's just, it's got to get signed off by the chairman of the board, but they're like, dude, it shouldn't be a problem. But September 1, okay, I want you to be on the lookout. I'm not going to tell you much more than that right now, but IBN, we're going to start our very first Clean Slate Club meeting, okay? That's free, okay? Me and Rita are going to be the hosts of it, okay? It's going to be in person, okay? 7 a.m., first Tuesday of every month. Details to be followed as far as location, okay? But we're coming alongside of a bunch of people here in Knoxville. We're going to create something that you would normally, like if you had to join LaTip, it would cost you about $4,000 to $5,000 a year for that. If you wanted to join BNI, okay, it would literally cost you about $4,000 to $5,000 a year to get the same thing we're going to do for free, okay? And we get the live call here every Wednesday, the very next day on the week. We're only going to do it once a month. It's going to be the first Tuesday of the month. And then every single week, we're going to meet right here on the live show, okay? Come join us. I'll give you the hit. It's going to be in Powell, Tennessee. Okay.
We'll blast the information as soon as you get that last 2%. So
that's it. And then what we're going to do is I'm bringing the equipment. So if you can't make it in person, we're going to live stream it too. Okay. So you ain't going to be having no excuse. You can be in Johnson City. You can be in Huntsville, Alabama. You can be wherever. There's not another single IBN meeting that's going to be meeting at that time of the day, and everybody can join. And we're going to give so much tremendous value. It's insane. Okay. And so Choya is serious. Incredible visibility is going to skyrocket, and we're going to give you the platform on how to blow it up, how to blow up your personal visibility for your personal brand and your business. Okay? I'm excited, dude. I can't wait. Like, I can just Jones it, you know? So, anyways. All right, guys. It's been a great call. Sorry we didn't get too much Q&A. Unless, Gene, you tell me there's a question somewhere here. Bon voyage, John. I hope you enjoy your trip. Blah, blah, blah. I already went, Larry. Oh, he already left. Cool. All right, cool. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week. Bless you. We'll see you right here, 2 p.m. next Wednesday. Be blessed.